There are some of you doubting out there. Why? Why are you doubting that you're really a child? Now guys, I just want to let you know that God's actually laid this on my heart at this present time. Because Satan will use this seed of doubt, especially now that we're in the end of times, to get you to doubt yourself that you truly are a child of God. And I want to I revolutionise this because you'll know if you are a child of God, because you will be worried whether or not you are a child of God. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? You'll be worried, because you will be, all you want to do is just please God. Do you know what I mean? And all you'll be worried about is what Jesus and God thinks of you. So I understand where you're coming from, because Satan is, especially now, he's very mad because we are in the last days, and he'll use anything. He's dirty. That devil's dirty. He's sneaky, isn't he? He'll come into your thoughts, and Jesus said, watch your thoughts, because that can be the devil's playground. It really can be. And look, the other day I was all pumped and all to get this message out of how to tell if you're a child of God, and God's like, stop there, because you'll just confuse. Satan will do this on purpose to your video, and he'll twist some scriptures around. I want to give you an easy thing to say to them, and I'll also give you a parable. Believe it or not, he gave me a parable. it was like at the end of the day he gave me that parable. And he also, I'll talk to you a little bit more about it afterwards, because you don't want to be deceived and believe the lie that Satan's putting in your head right now. Because tell you what, the reason why he's planting seeds in your head like that is, doubting you and getting you to self-doubt yourself. One thing, he is scared. He's scared, guys. He's scared. He's scared of you. He's a coward still. He's just scared. But I want you guys to go to John chapter 10, number 1, the shepherd and his flock. Now, I don't want you just listening to me, reading it. I want you guys, after this video, to go back, read it, and pray to God about it, and that you'll get Jesus to cover your thoughts with his own blood, just to protect your thoughts, because we're in a spiritual warfare right now, guys. Don't be blinded and think we're not. The devil doesn't want you thinking that, but we are in a spiritual warfare, and the more we grow in a relationship with God, the more little tactics Satan's going to use to try and, do you know what I mean? So don't be deceived and don't be scared. Do not be worried. Shepherd and his flock, chapter 10, John chapter 10, verse 1. I tell you the truth. The man who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in some other way, is a thief and a robber. The man who enters by the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The watchman opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all of his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. They know his voice, that's why the sheep follow him. But they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. And then Jesus, verse 6, Jesus uses figure of speech, but they didn't understand what he was telling them, And so Jesus goes back and he says again in verse 7, I tell you the truth, I am the gate for the sheep, and all who came before me were thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. Whoever enters through me will be saved. He will come in and out and find pasture, and the thief only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. But the hired hand is not the shepherd who owns the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. When the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it, then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because, he's the hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. So when Satan puts seeds in your mind, he usually scatters your mind a bit, or he scatters the sheep around. but they'll always come back to Jesus, you know, even if they're scattered, even if in their wandering, they'll always come back. The sheep will always come back to the shepherd. You sort of follow it, because I didn't understand why Jesus gave me this parable, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm glad he did, because it makes sense. It really does. Yeah, so anyway, I'll continue on, verse 14. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that are also not of this pen. I must also bring them. They shall listen to my voice. They shall welcome the shepherd. The reason my Father loves me is that I lay my life down for the sheep, only to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own accord, and I have authority to lay it down and authority to take it up again. This command I received from my Father. So, guys, what do you think of that? Yeah, Jesus revealed a few things to me as well. Is that you'll know that you're a child of God. You'll know that you know that you're saved. You'll know that if you come through to Jesus each and every time. And with this, there's a lot of well-meaning brothers and sisters out there that have got a really good message, but at the same time, Satan will come into your thoughts while you're watching it and twist things around to get you paranoid that you're not saved. That's that's what Satan wants you to do. He wants you to get paranoid about it. But it's not true, because at the end of the day, what is true, it's come from that parable to me, is that if you are wondering, if you really are a child of God, if you really are saved, if you're wondering, you'll notice all of a sudden there's a strange voice that you're following, and then you go back to Jesus. You'll always go back to him. How cool is that? You'll always go back to the shepherd, because you know his voice, and he knows if you're wondering, because he'll chase you down. He'll come back, he'll chase you down and bring you back, no matter what. And it's a liar. Don't believe his lies. And said, watch your thoughts. And if you have these thoughts without in your mind, go to the Father. I'm sure you will anyway. I'm sure you will anyway. Is to go to God about that and pray about it. You already are anyway, so see what I mean? Lies are so tempting to believe, aren't they? Because Satan has got powerful lies, and they are so powerful that, even the most, dedicated, Jesus wasn't, oblivious to, he wasn't, it's not as though Satan didn't attack him, in his thoughts, out in the desert or anywhere else. He was always around Jesus, because he was scared of Jesus. He was scared. He sort of follows suit, guys. He was scared. But guys, do not worry. As Jesus said, do not worry, little flock. Jesus will come soon. Jesus will come soon. And Satan here. He's very short. He knows his time is very short here. We're in the end of days, and he'll use any tactic, anything to get at you. Anything. And just to know also, if you really stand firm in Jesus, the devil will be so scared and want nothing to do with you. How cool is that? The guys, pray about that parable, meditate on it, and just, soak in it, read it for yourself, okay? You'll know, as I said, you'll know, because you'll want to please Jesus. You always continue to serve God. Never forsake you. And he won't forsake you. He'll never leave you or forsake you. And I hope that got through to some people, and just keep on God forever. It's a spiritual warfare out there. But don't worry, okay? Jesus will be back soon. Okay, guys? And thanks for listening. See ya.